always feel nervous because I don't know exactly what he's going to do, and I'm nervous because I don't know if I will be able to do all the moves. And I don't know what people think when I do the lives. I don't know if they're thinking, she's struggling, she can't do all the moves, why is she doing the live? That's always going through my mind, which is why I don't do the lives very often. So I always get nervous doing them.
What if I said I'm sorry? What if I'd make a scene? Wouldn't that make you mine again? You're all I'll ever need. Didn't I make you laugh? Didn't I make you smile? Didn't I make you feel like you were happy for a while? I know that I've done so many things that let you down, but I hope that you give me one more chance to make you mine. When I close my eyes, you know that you're the only thing I see, and it makes me cry to think that you are no longer.
Run, Forrest, run!
Trying to make him turn down here.
What if I said I'm sorry? What if I make a scene? Wouldn't that make you mine again? You're all I ever need. Didn't I make you laugh? Didn't I make you smile? Didn't I make you feel like you were happy for a while? I know that I've done so many things that let you down, but I hope that you give me one more chance to make you mine.
I was just about to say we're gonna have to go with that one.
3, 2, 1.
What's up, you Relentless Warriors? Welcome back to Relentless Fit 365. We've got all the awesome people with us today, and to get your dumbbells ready because it's Iron Body. Iron Body has 60-20 tempo with 15 different moves, going through it twice. Then we have 2 dumbbell moves, then we're gonna mix it with a body weight exercise. We have Paprika here, we have Paula here, we have Mike here, all ready to rock. Let's get started. What? I'm feeling a little go-go fiery. Arr. On the right side. 30 seconds to switch. Palms are facing up. Raise that chest. Oh yeah. One. My biceps hurt. Yeah, right? A lot of curse words today. Grab your axe. This is really axe kicking. I almost fell off my board there. Chris, watch out. Shark. 10 seconds. So what?
I don't know. I woke up at 5 in the morning yesterday to this chanting.
Yeah.
You know, no peace, no contract. But initially I didn't know it was a picket line. I thought it was like, I heard whistles and chanting something, and okay, the military is like doing a boot camp on Michigan. How fun, I'll go down with them. So I go down, walk right into the middle of a picket line, and then I don't know what to do, so I start circling with people, because I'm like, now what do I do? So then I had to get out of the picket, and it was a horrible experience. This is all like 5:30 in the morning, and I did not look good.
So you picketed?
A little bit I did, and I didn't mean to.
That's beautiful. I love that.
So Jake, I've been with Jake, 4 years now, I think. 4 years, something like that. I first started with Jake as like a personal trainer, and I would always come into Chicago. I come into Chicago like every 4 or 5 weeks. It's kind of my weekend getaway. And so I wanted to get a really good workout when I was in Chicago because the gyms in the hotel were just kind of crappy. So I saw Jake online, and I have never seen somebody online who had quite the amount of energy as Jake did. So I thought, what the hell? Oh, shoot, I shouldn't cuss. So I started, what the hell, I'll try it. So I met with Jake for the first time. It was the most creative, unique, gut-wrenching workout I've ever done in my life. I thought I was going to pass out and throw up all at the same time. But he was a lot of fun, so it kind of kept developing from there. So every time I would come into Chicago, I would see Jake. So I've been with Jake probably 3 or 4 years now, and then he moved to the new platform, and so switched to the website, started doing the workouts at home and on the live, which is a lot of fun, because then you still feel like you're kind of connected, even though you're not kind of in the same space. So, and then when I come into Chicago, like every 4, 5, 6 weeks or so, I always try to do the live, and then try to schedule kind of a personal training session afterwards, which Jake is always very accommodating to do. So, yeah, that's why. And Chicago, it's kind of like my getaway. So I come back, especially to Jake, it's kind of like my fitness center, especially if I'm feeling kind of like not so fitnessy, because I really don't like working out that much. So,
Pretty dedicated for a guy who doesn't like working out.
a little bit. Well, and then they threw the Spartan thing in there, which totally messed me up. I lost my shoe twice in the Spartan race, but I found it, so it all worked out okay.
Yeah. So Mike's been telling us he's been putting up with you for 4 years.
Yeah, he's got a lot of patience.
This is clean version of Jake. Showered.
I do that sometimes.
Do you?
Occasionally.
So your relationship with Mike? What's going on? How long you guys have known each other? 4 years.
Yeah,
How's that progressed?
He found me online. He started asking if he was in the area if he could do some personal training. From there, it went to like I want to be on videos. He started coming on videos, and then he did Spartan, and that was where I really got to see. I knew Mike was always in shape, but that's where I got to see his level go to something that even I was surprised. Spartan really brings out the best in people. Mike is a true warrior. So.
Awesome. And now you're gonna personal train him.
And now we're gonna do personal. He just did a video, and now he's gonna work out here on the floor.
I don't know why I did it.
Cause you're a beast.
Yeah. Why do you do that?
So I can eat the chicken burger with the bun.
That's a good reason.
That's what I want.
Has fitness always been in my life? That's hard. That's kind of a yes and no. There have been periods in my life where I sort of worked out, but not really. I would go to a gym and I would just kind of work on a couple of the machines for, 20 minutes, a half hour, and I would call that a workout, and I would go home and that would be it. And I would do that, off and on for a year or two here or there. I did go to yoga 3 days a week several years ago for a period of a couple of years. But as far as doing a concentrated fitness that I've been doing with Relentless Fit in the last year, no, fitness has not been a part of my life like that as it has been the last year.
Okay, so I believe it's actually easier in the sense that it's easier for you to get gains and see improvement when you're new to fitness. However, it's harder to show up. It's harder to develop the habits. It's harder to be able to accept the pain or even be used to the pain, because oftentimes people will have that muscle memory when they've been doing it for a long time. If you haven't been doing it for that long, you're not used to that soreness that you get. So there's a couple of balances there. I do think it's really motivating when someone first starts. They get that feeling, they enjoy it, and they can see gains from like very bottom and then see such major improvements. Whereas if you've been working out for a long time, it's really hard to see those drastic improvements that you would get if you first started. So what I would say to somebody who is new is just to hang in there. It usually takes about 4 to 6 weeks to develop that fitness habit, but if you can hang in there for those 4 to 6 weeks, you're gonna see such progress, and I think you can eventually develop a lifestyle with it.
How was it?
Oh, I didn't do well.
No, I thought you did well.
Well, you know, this is why I'm nervous about coming and doing lives, because I didn't do all this stuff.
Well,
So-
it looked good from my end. I mean, you modified a couple things, but that's all right.
Yeah.
That's part of fitness.
Well, you know, it's just, I don't know what other people think when I do that. So, but I did okay.